Okay, well, thank you for being here. Welcome everyone to the induction ceremony for Alpha Lambda Delta. We're so glad you're all able to join us. As you can see, there's a lot of chapters participating today. We'll do some quick introductions. My name is Eileen Merberg, and I'm the Executive Director of Alpha Lambda Delta. We are headquartered in the upstate Rochester, New York area. And co-facilitating with me today is a member of our board of directors, Ashleen. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ashleen Williams. I'm the ALD advisor at the University of Mississippi and a member of the board of directors.
Great. Okay. So thanks again for everyone being here. As you can see, we host some national online ceremonies for your chapters to sign up for and have you participate. So these are the 6 institutions for today. And just to give you a sense of how the afternoon will flow, I think I said in my emails about these ceremonies, they're not that long. So 20 to 30 minutes tops. We will go through our process, our rituals of inducting new members. We're going to watch a very brief video from ALD headquarters and the board of directors from a couple of years ago, welcoming new members. I'm going to spend just a minute talking about the benefits nationally and locally, and then I'm going to mention a little bit about how you're going to get your certificate and PIN. Because it's an online ceremony, some of you are going to be meeting in person and some are not. Or at least this semester anyway. So I will share a couple slides regarding that. So if you do want to take a screenshot or a picture of slides for information sharing, be ready to do that towards the end of the ceremony. And so that is our agenda, and we are just going to jump right into our ceremony. And again, welcome. Thanks for being here. Alpha Lambda Delta is an international honor society that honors high academic achievement in the first year of college. The purpose of the organization is to encourage superior academic achievement among students in their first year in institutions, and to promote intelligent living and a continued high standard of learning. ALD assists students in recognizing and developing meaningful goals for their roles in society.
Alpha Lambda Delta was founded as an honor society in 1924 at the University of Illinois by the Dean of Women, Maria Leonard. It soon became a national organization as chapters were established at Purdue University in 1926 and at DePauw University in 1927. Growth of the society has continued with over 400 chapters recognized. These candidates who are now presented for induction have attained the high standard required by Alpha Lambda Delta and are worthy to be recognized by both your institution and Alpha Lambda Delta for their notable achievement in scholarship.
We are here to inform inductees concerning our organization and to ask them to take the pledge to make the best possible use of your education. The initials of our name stand for the Greek words Aleloi Lampedia Diadocesan, which stands for the motto, "We shall pass our torches on one to another."
The insignia of Alpha Lambda Delta represents a lighted candle. The golden base of the candle signifies honesty and integrity, which are the foundation on which we build. The shaft of the candle signifies strength and courage. The light of the candle signifies truth and wisdom, which can dispel ignorance and superstition and give us the insight to live well in our time.
The red represents the burning flame of knowledge, white represents the search for truth, and gold represents the strong base of honor. These, our 3 colors, symbolize the standards held by members of Alpha Lambda Delta.
Your education is the means by which you learn to recognize the wonders of science, to appreciate the beauty of great literature and art, to use well your own language, to learn the lessons of past history, to speak and read the language of others, to study the social and political forces of our world, and to discuss the thought and philosophy of other ages. Through these means, you can evaluate the forces and standards of your generation and learn to live significantly.
We now wish to induct individually the students who have earned the privilege of becoming members of your chapter of Alpha Lambda Delta. And so we're going to start by reciting the pledge. And because we're online, if you could just stay muted and but feel free to read along with me the Alpha Lambda Delta pledge. I accept membership into Alpha Lambda Delta, understanding that in doing so, I assume the responsibility of continuing to maintain its standards of service, of diligence, and of integrity. I pledge to promote high scholarship and to use my education for the benefit of my community, my nation, and the world in which we live. Okay, so now we are going to share some slides with individual schools, the institutions that are joining us today, and each of your names will appear on the screen. And so we'd like to ask you, when you see your name, if you could type in chat, I accept, for the acceptance of the pledge, which we all just read.
Congratulations, everyone. You have now recorded your induction into Alpha Lambda Delta on the 21st day of March of 2025. Many, many congratulations. You may find in the years ahead the rewards of the educated person, imagination, adventure, humor, compassion, and understanding. May you have acceptance in your dealings with all persons, generosity in giving to those in need, and insight into the feelings of others. In relating your education to the world in which you live, you can make a meaningful contribution to society.
You staying up here?
Congratulations to all. Let me make sure everybody is muted. There we go. If you could stay muted, that would really help. Great, thank you. And congratulations again to everybody. Okay, as I mentioned, I am going to share a video. Get the right page up here.
Congratulations, new members of Alpha Lambda Delta.
Welcome to our organization, and congratulations on your hard work this past semester. It's truly paid off.
Congratulations on your induction into Alpha Lambda Delta.
Hello, and congratulations on your academic achievement. May today be the beginning of your journey with Alpha Lambda Delta.
We are here today, first and foremost, to celebrate your accomplishments, what you have been able to do as individuals. So I'd like to speak to a couple of you in the room. Typically, in my induction ceremonies here at Western, students typically fall in two buckets. I don't want to generalize or overgeneralize, but allow me to speak to at least two audiences, and some of you may fall out inside the margins here. First, a lot of you graduate high school with all the expectations in the world that you are going to do tremendously well in college, and that's outstanding. I hope you feel validated. You should. All the accomplishments, all the hard work you did in high school, all of that led and prepared you for college success. And today, you're here because you've earned that. I'd also like to talk to the students who may have been a little bit more like me, who college sounded great coming out of high school, but I doubted myself. I doubted my ability. I wasn't sure if I could stand alongside other college students and earn the same grades as them. And overall, just scared of failure. Let's be a little bit honest. But guess what? You're in here with all the other folks that have those high expectations for themselves. And nobody's experience is better or worse than the others, but I hope you take a moment to appreciate that. You are exactly where you belong. You're in the room. You made it. You're here for a reason.
Induction into ALD is a noteworthy accomplishment. Not only have you earned membership in this preeminent honor society, but you did it during what is arguably the hardest year of college. First, I work with hundreds of first-year students every year. I impress upon each of them the importance of community, finding purpose. I explain the value of mentors, professional development, and service to their local communities. Your home chapter will provide you with all of these things and more. I have little doubt that membership in ALD will be the first of many accomplishments and accolades earned on your path to graduation.
Get involved with your chapter. Explore the leadership opportunities offered. Also take some time to explore the variety of resources on the Alpha Lambda Delta website. Seek out opportunities that will allow you to build on your skills and ones that will allow you to give back to the community. Take full advantage of your membership in this National Academic Honor Society. Congratulations on your achievement.
You have joined an amazing honor society, and kudos to you for all that you've accomplished so far in your college career. Alpha Lambda Delta, or we like to call it ALD, is filled with some amazing opportunities just for you, so make sure to get involved.
I hope you take the time to learn about what the national organization and, more importantly, what your chapter has to offer. Participate. Connect with others from different disciplines that share a common level of intellectual curiosity. Engage. Participate in a service project, whether it be assisting others in their first year transition or a community campus service project. Give back. Lead. Get involved with your chapter by sharing your ideas, your talents, and your skills. Inspire. Consider taking on a chapter leadership role. Participate in ALD webinars and develop those leadership skills that will serve you well beyond graduation in your personal and professional life. You have a fire inside you, and now is the time to shine. Congratulations, and welcome to Alpha Lambda Delta.
Congratulations. Welcome to the Alpha Lambda Delta family.
Welcome to our organization, and again, congratulations.
Okay. While I'm off the PowerPoint just for a minute, as I mentioned, I was going to talk a little bit about the benefits to you as lifetime members. So I'm not going to take up a whole lot of time, and I'm not going to read you a bunch of web pages, but I would encourage you to explore the website, the national website. So we are at nationalald.org. So that's our homepage. And then there are three things that I want to point out. Actually, there might be four. The first one is scholarships. So we offer a number of scholarships, 4 different categories. You'd be eligible to start applying for those next year. So just keep an eye on our scholarship page. The deadlines for applications are in the early spring semester. So just check out the information there, including some information about scholarships that aren't hosted by us, but that you're encouraged to look at and apply for. Just other types of scholarships. High achieving first year students, I think, should be applying for all sorts of scholarships given your academic achievement. So I encourage you to reach out and see what funding support you can bring in to help support the rest of your education. The second thing is our cutting edge, unique, exclusive leadership development program just for ALD members. This is an online leadership certificate series, self-paced, online. You could take the next 3 years or the next 3 weeks, whatever you'd like to do. Just encourage you to participate in this. You do need to opt into it. It's available to everybody. It doesn't cost anything more. Click here to enroll. If you complete the series, you get your name added to our website forever. So your name can be up on our website. All sorts of really great topics that are going to help you in your career and leadership development. So that's called ALD Lead Certified. The other unique program for Alpha Lambda Delta members is our Perks program. And this is discounts and perks, basically what it sounds like. It again comes with your membership, but you do need to opt into it. And it can save you hundreds and maybe even thousands of dollars on things you're purchasing and spending money on anyway. So check out ALD Perks, all sorts of movies and food and oil changes and travel and all sorts of things. You do need to register for it. And while I'm here, I think at some point I'm going to encourage you to follow us online. So I'd certainly encourage you to follow us on Instagram. We just created a post earlier today welcoming all new members to Alpha Lambda Delta. So would love a follow on Instagram, and I am going to put that in chat. So we just did the welcome, and these are the websites that I mentioned. So the scholarship page, the perks page, the ALD leads, and just a few more that I didn't show, but just so you know, they're on our website. We have some great career development opportunities and information to share with you. We have educational partners. And then, of course, if you do want to shop for ALD merchandise, including honor cords and all sorts of T-shirts and things like that that show your pride in your membership, you can shop at nationalald.org/store. Okay, so here it is. Here's the encouragement to follow us. We're also on YouTube, a little bit on Facebook and LinkedIn, but we're most active on Instagram. So it'd be great to have you join us over there. Okay, so as I mentioned, the next 2 slides are going to be important information for you. Not every chapter participates in our certificate and PIN program. I'm pretty sure all the 6 universities here do, though. So you will get a custom-made certificate with your name on it, and then a little insignia pin that hopefully you'll have for the rest of your life. So because there are different universities participating, it's going to be handled a little differently. So Cal State Monterey Bay, you can stop by the Student Union Room 305 to pick up your material. East Texas, you actually might have a gathering on campus, and that if you can't attend, you can pick them up in the office. And if you see general information here about come to my office, that sort of thing, always go back to the chapter advisor. So remember that in all the emails you've received about Alpha Lambda Delta, there's at the signature will always be the chapter advisor's name and email. So if you ever have questions or you don't know where their office is or anything like that, just feel free to reach out to that advisor. And then National Louis University, you can stop by the advisor's office, but there might be an event in April. It sounds like they will plan a meet and greet in April, and maybe even another induction ceremony that you can get your certificate at. Nebraska-Lincoln, if you're from there, you're actually going to get everything directly shipped to you in the mail, so you don't have to stop by any office. Susquehanna, I know, is doing an in-person ceremony on the 16th of April. So you're going to have already another chance to get together, probably maybe in a similar ceremony as we just did online, but they wanted to offer online as a supplement. And then Texas Arlington, I know that Chad is your advisor and he's planning an event on campus. So he'll be in touch about that. So that is it for the certificate and pin distribution. Ashleen, because as a chapter advisor, do you want to say anything about getting involved on campus and sort of the importance of, I don't want to put you on the spot, but
Sure.
anything about getting involved?
Congratulations, everybody. I'm really excited for you to join Alpha Lambda Delta and hopefully to see you in the future at various events that we host with the national group. I always tell my students that things are, of course, what you make of them. And so one of the great and most beautiful things about being a university student in this time is to be around people who challenge you to be better, do better, think better, and live better. And so one of the things that you can do with your own chapters of Alpha Lambda Delta is really lean into the opportunities to engage in academic excellence and inquiry, but also serve your communities. And as you can see from this slide, there are a lot of different ways that that can happen. And you, as one of the members of Alpha Lambda Delta, can also have a voice in creating that. And so you should feel empowered to reach out to your advisors, to your leadership teams, and talk about all the great ways that your chapter of Alpha Lambda Delta can move forward in the future.
Fantastic. Yeah, there's a lot of activities going on various campuses, including, all of yours. So I encourage you to get involved when you can. So I did invite chapters who are participating today to offer any specific information. UT Arlington is the one that did. I know that there's been somebody in chat from Cal State Monterey Bay, which is awesome. Thanks for being here. But a couple things. Again, if you are at UT Arlington, you might want to take a screenshot. We're recording this too if you miss it. But they've got a lot of things coming up. So March 25th, they're going to have an event. I always focus on the food. They're going to have food. So go to that. And then if you do have questions, here's some specific contacts. Your student officers can be reached at these emails. So again, if you miss this in the next second before I advance the slide, you'll get a link to the recording in about an hour or so. Okay, that was it for the information that we had to share. Again, we want to congratulate everybody. Thank you so much for being here. All the best on a great rest of your semester, on any upcoming final exams, and hope to see you involved in ALD in the fall. Thank you so much for being here.